Now, when the Bible says when you fall into various trials, it's a word that means you're surprised by the stumble, which means that you don't have time to get ready for it. You just find yourself in it. And Jesus is saying that when you fall into these, consider it all joy, which is calling for an uncommon attitude toward a common experience. We all fall into trials. He refers to the fact that there are various trials because they're multicolored. If we're not careful, you and I will spend our time trying to out-trial one another. When someone tells of their trial, they'll say, you think that's something, which alleviates you of the capacity to encourage the person in their trial, because you are more reflective on your trial than whether God could use you to encourage someone in theirs. Or you may find yourself saying, that's nothing compared to what I'm going through. Can I say something to you? It is never nothing to a person going through a trial. It is always something to the person going through the trial. And the question is, are you more concerned, do you have the capacity, like Christ, to be more concerned about others than your own need? Now, I want to just mention this, and then I'm going to give you the second word. I really believe this is the best definition I've ever given this church on trials and temptations. Remember, the word used for trials is the same Greek word in the New Testament, and the only way we can tell whether it's a trial we're in or a temptation is the context. Trial is a testing which comes from the external situation and works itself inward. So here's a trial out there pulling at me, working against me, and it works itself inside. If I don't respond properly to it, I can allow that trial to get the best of me. Temptation, on the other hand, is a solicitation which comes to the inward parts, being tempted to do something wrong, and works itself out. No wonder the Bible says, guard your heart, for out of it are the issues of life. So there's something trying to get in here to disturb my relationship with Christ and bring me down. And here's probably the best statement of the morning. The word trial seems to deal more with the response you choose to make than it does with the severity of the trial. Most people, when they're in a trial, they're overwhelmed by the severity of the trial instead of the choice they're going to make and how they respond to the trial. And then the second word I gave you this morning, evaluation, production. God is building something. God is making something. The Bible says in verse 3, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. And I mentioned it to you, and there are many of you that are with us tonight that were not here this morning. Notice it says the testing of your faith. It doesn't say the testing of your personality. It doesn't say the testing of your life. It doesn't say the testing of your propensity to sin. It is the testing of your faith. There is a all-out assault against my personal faith in Jesus Christ. And the word testing in the Greek New Testament translates sterling coinage.